Hello, everyone. I am happy you are here today. Maybe you are listening in the morning. Maybe you are listening after work. Maybe you are walking. Maybe you are resting. Or maybe you are getting ready for sleep. Wherever you are, thank you for spending this time with English Owl. Here you can listen to easy English. You can learn simple words. And you can think about life in a simple way. There is no need to hurry. There is no test. You do not need to understand every word. Just listen. Just enjoy the time. And let the words come to you. If you enjoy easy English stories like this, you can subscribe to English Owl. More easy English stories and simple life lessons are waiting for you. Today, we are going to talk about money. Money is part of our lives. We work for money. We use money every day. We need money for food. We need money for our homes. We need money for many things. And sometimes, money makes us worry. Maybe you have looked at your money and thought, I need more. Maybe you have asked, why is saving money so hard? Maybe you have seen a rich person and thought, how did that person become rich? Many people ask these questions. And many people believe rich people are very different. They think rich people have special lives. They think rich people know a big secret. They think rich people became rich very quickly. But most of the time, big change does not happen in one day. A tree does not become tall in one day. A child does not become an adult in one day. You do not learn English in one day. And most people do not become rich in one day. Big change often starts with something small. A small choice. A small habit. A small change. Then another. And another. Day by day. Year by year. Let us think about two people. Their names were Jack and Sam. Jack and Sam worked at the same place. They did the same kind of work. They made almost the same money. Every Friday they got paid. And every Friday Jack felt happy. He went to stores. He bought new clothes. He bought food he did not need. He bought small things because they looked fun. Sometimes Jack said, "It is only a little money." So he spent it. Then he saw something else. Again he said, "It is only a little money." So he spent that too. At the end of the month, Jack looked at his money. Almost all of it was gone. He felt worried. He said, "I need more money." Sam was different. He also enjoyed his life. He bought things he liked. He went out with friends. He had fun. But before Sam spent money, he stopped for a moment. He asked one simple question. Do I really need this? Sometimes the answer was yes. So he bought it. Sometimes the answer was no. So he waited. He did not save a lot of money at first. Only a little. But he did it every month. 1 month passed. Then another. Then another. After 1 year, Jack and Sam were in very different places. Jack was still saying, "I need more money." Sam was not rich. But he had something Jack did not have. He had a habit. A small habit. A quiet habit. A habit that was growing every month. This is where many people make a mistake. They think money is only about how much you make. Of course, how much you make is important. But there is something else. What do you do with the money you have? That question matters too. Think about water. Imagine two people have the same cup. Every morning someone puts water into both cups. The first person drinks all the water right away. Then he says, "My cup is empty." The second person drinks some water, but he leaves a little in the cup. The next day, he does the same thing. A little water stays. Then a little more. The first person looks at him and laughs. That is not much water. And he is right. It is not much. Not today. Not tomorrow. But time changes small things. One day, the small amount is not so small anymore. Money can work in a similar way. You do not always need to start with a lot. Sometimes you only need to start with a little. The important thing is to start. Many people say, I will save money when I make more money. Maybe you have said this too. It sounds right. But there is a problem. If you do not learn how to care for a little money, more money may not change your habits. You may make more, and then spend more. You may make even more, and then spend even more. The number changes, but the habit stays the same. This is why small habits matter. A small habit today can become a big part of your life tomorrow. Think about learning English. Maybe you know this feeling. You say, I will study when I have more time. But more time does not always come. So another person starts with 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. That does not look like much. But the person comes back tomorrow. Then the next day. Then the next week. After 1 year, those 10 minutes have become something big. Money habits can grow the same way. You save a little. You learn a little. You think before you buy. You wait before you spend. Nothing looks very different today. But remember, good habits often grow quietly. This is important. Rich habits do not always look exciting. Sometimes they look very simple. Waiting, thinking, learning, saving, doing the same good thing again tomorrow. There is no magic. There is no secret door. There is no one perfect day that changes everything. There are only choices. Small choices. Daily choices. Quiet choices. And over time, those choices can change your life. Maybe you are thinking, but I do not have much money. That is okay. This story is not about having a lot of money today. It is about how you think about what you have. Maybe you have a little. Can you care for that little? Maybe you cannot save a lot. Can you save a small amount? Maybe you made bad choices before. Can you make one better choice today? That is where change begins. Not next year. Not when you become rich. Not when everything is perfect. Change begins with what you do today. Jack always looked at the money he did not have. Sam looked at the money he had. Jack asked, why do I not have more? Sam asked, what can I do with what I have? These questions may look similar, but they can lead to very different lives. One question looks at the problem. The other question looks for the next step. And this is not only about money. It is true in many parts of life. You can say, my English is bad. Or you can ask, what can I learn today? You can say, I have no time. Or you can ask, can I use 10 minutes well? You can say, I do not have enough money. Or you can ask, can I make one better choice today? A better life often starts with a better question. And a better question can lead to a better habit. Do not worry about becoming rich today. Do not think about a big house. Do not think about an expensive car. Do not think about having everything. Start smaller. Think about your habits. Think about your choices. Think about what you do every day. Because one day is small, but many days are powerful. One choice is small, but many choices can change your future. One coin is small, but the habit of caring for money can grow. This is the first thing I hope you remember. Rich people do not only think about having more, they learn how to care for what they already have. They learn to wait. They learn to think. They learn to make choices, and they do these things again and again. Maybe you cannot change your whole life today. That is okay. You do not need to. Just look at one small habit, one small choice, one small thing you can do better. Start there, because small habits do not stay small forever. Give them time. Give them care. Keep going. And one day, you may look back and see that the small habit you started today became something much bigger. But there is another important question. If small money matters, why do so many people spend it without thinking? Why is it so hard to wait before we buy something? And how can one small choice change the way we use money? Let us look at that next. Why is it so hard to wait before we buy something? The answer is simple. Buying something can make us feel good. We see something new. We want it. We think about it. And sometimes we buy it right away. Maybe it is a new shirt. Maybe it is a new phone. Maybe it is food we do not need. Maybe it is something small. We say it is not much money. And maybe that is true. One small thing may not change your life. But remember what we learned before. Small things can grow. Small habits can grow too. One small choice becomes another choice, then another, then another. Soon, something small becomes part of your life. This is why small money matters. Not because one coin will make you rich. Not because saving $1 will change everything today. Small money matters because your choices matter. Every time you spend money, you make a choice. Every time you save money, you make a choice. Every time you wait, you make a choice. And those choices teach you something. They teach you how to care for your money. There is a simple question that can help. Before you buy something, ask yourself, do I need this or do I want this? A need and a want are not the same. You need food. You need a place to live. You need some clothes. But there are many things we only want. Wanting something is not bad. It is normal. We all want things. We want good food. We want nice clothes. We want new things. We want to enjoy our lives. There is nothing wrong with that. The problem begins when every want feels like a need. I want it, so I need to buy it. I like it, so I need to have it. It is new, so I need it now. But do you really need it now? Maybe yes, maybe no. The important thing is to stop and think. Just for a moment. You do not need to stand in the store for 1 hour. You do not need to make a long list. You only need a little time. Stop. Look. Think. Then choose. These 4 small steps can help you make better choices. Imagine you see something you want. It costs $20. You have the money. You can buy it. But before you do, you wait. You go home. You sleep. The next morning, you think about it again. Sometimes you still want it. That is okay. Maybe you choose to buy it. But sometimes something interesting happens. The feeling is gone. Yesterday, you really wanted it. Today, you do not care very much. What changed? The thing did not change. The price did not change. You changed. You gave yourself time to think. And time can help us see things more clearly. This is one habit many people can learn. Wait before you buy. Not forever. Just for a little while. Give your mind time. Give your feelings time. Then make your choice. Think about a small boat on water. If the water is moving fast, it is hard to see what is under the water. But when the water becomes quiet, you can see more clearly. Your mind can be like that. When you see something new, your feelings can move very fast. I want it. I need it. I want it now. But wait a little. Let your mind become quiet. Then ask again, do I really need this? This does not mean you should never spend money. That is not the lesson. Money is also there to help us live, to enjoy food, to spend time with people we love, to see new places, to do things that make life better. Saving every coin and never enjoying life is not the answer. The lesson is balance. Enjoy some. Save some. Use some. Keep some. Think before you choose. Simple habits can help you find balance. There are two people. Both people want to buy a new phone. The first person sees the phone and buys it that day. The old phone still works, but the new phone looks better. A few days later, the happy feeling is gone. Now it is just a phone. The second person also wants the new phone, but she waits. She asks, "Does my old phone still work?" The answer is yes. So she waits one more month. During that month, she saves some money. She learns more about the phone. Then she makes a choice. Maybe she buys it. Maybe she does not. The important difference is not the phone. The difference is the habit. One person followed a feeling. The other person gave herself time to think. That small habit can become very powerful. Because life is full of small choices. One coffee, one shirt, one meal, one small thing online. Again, and again, and again. Many people look at big things when they think about money. They look at big houses, big cars, big jobs, big numbers. But they forget the small things. The small things happen every day. And what happens every day can become more important than what happens one time. Think about your English again. Learning one difficult word one time may not help you very much. But listening to easy English every day can slowly change you. Why? Because you come back. Again and again. Your ears learn. Your mind learns. Words that were difficult become easy. Sentences that were too fast become clear. The change happens because of repetition. Money habits work in a similar way. One good choice may feel small, but make that choice again, then again, then again. Now you are building something. You are building a habit. And a good habit can help you for many years. Maybe you are thinking, I made many bad choices before. Maybe you spent too much money. Maybe you bought things you did not need. Maybe you did not save anything. Do not spend too much time feeling bad about the past. You cannot change yesterday's choices, but you can learn from them. That is more important. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? Maybe you learned that buying things does not make you happy for very long. Maybe you learned that small spending can become big spending. Maybe you learned that waiting helps you make better choices. Good. Now you know something you did not know before. Use that lesson today. You do not need to become a different person in one day. Start with one simple habit. The next time you want to buy something, wait. Ask one question. Do I need this or do I want this? Then ask another question. Will I still want this tomorrow? These are simple questions. But simple questions can protect you from fast choices. And fast choices are often the choices we wish we could change. Rich habits are not always about making more money. Sometimes they are about keeping more of what you already have. Sometimes they are about saying, not today. Sometimes they are about saying, I will wait. Sometimes they are about walking away. That can be difficult. We live in a world that tells us to buy. Buy this. Try this. Get this now. Do not wait. But you can choose something different. You can slow down. You can think. You can wait. You can choose. That is real power. Having money is one kind of power. But being able to control your choices is another kind of power. And that power can grow. Every time you wait, it grows a little. Every time you make a careful choice, it grows a little. Every time you say no to something you do not need, it grows a little. No one else may see it. There is no big change outside. But inside, something is changing. You are learning to control your money. You are learning to control your choices. You are learning to think about tomorrow, not only today. And this brings us to something very important. Why can some people wait while other people want everything now? Why do some people think about next year while others only think about today? Maybe the answer is not only about money. Maybe it is about patience. And patience can change much more than the way we spend. Let us think about that next. Patience is a simple word. But patience is not always easy. We want things now. We want more money now. We want a better life now. We want to speak English well now. We want to see change now. Waiting can feel slow. Waiting can feel boring. Sometimes waiting can even feel like doing nothing. But waiting is not always doing nothing. Sometimes waiting is part of the work. Think about cooking food. Some food needs time. You cannot make it ready faster by looking at it every minute. You cannot make it better by getting angry. You need to wait. Think about sleep. You cannot sleep for 1 hour today and say, "Now I have enough sleep for the whole month." Your body needs rest every day. Good things often need time. Money can be the same. Many people want fast money. They want to become rich quickly. They see someone with a big house. They see someone with a nice car. They see someone with a successful life. Then they think, "I want that too." There's nothing wrong with wanting a better life. But there is a question we should ask. How long did it take that person to get there? Maybe 5 years? Maybe 10 years? Maybe 20 years? We often see the result, but we do not see the time. We see the house. We do not see the years of work. We see the money. We do not see the years of learning. We see the success. We do not see the mistakes. This can make us believe that success happens quickly. But most of the time, it does not. Good things take time. And people who understand this can make different choices. Imagine two young people. Both start working at the same time. Both want a better life. The first person wants everything now. He gets his first pay. He buys expensive clothes. He gets more money. He buys a better phone. Then he gets more money again. He buys a bigger car. Every time he makes more, he spends more. He looks successful. People see his clothes. They see his phone. They see his car. And they say, "He is doing very well." The second person is different. She also enjoys her life. She buys things she needs. Sometimes she buys things she wants. But she does not try to show everyone that she has money. She saves some. She learns some. She waits. At first, nobody sees a big difference. 1 year passes. Then another. The first person still looks successful. The second person looks almost the same. 5 years pass. Now something begins to change. The first person has many things. But he also has many bills. He needs more money every month. The second person has fewer things. But she has more choices. She can leave a job she does not like. She can take time to learn something new. She can help her family when they need her. She can sleep with less worry. Which person is richer? The answer may not be as simple as it looks. Being rich is not only about having expensive things. It can also mean having choices. It can mean having time. It can mean having less worry. It can mean being able to say, I do not need to hurry. This is why patience matters. When you can wait, you can think. When you can think, you can choose. When you can choose, you can make better decisions. But when you want everything now, your feelings can make choices for you. I want this now. I need this now. I cannot wait. These feelings can be very strong, but feelings do not always know what is best for your future. Sometimes the best answer is not yes. Sometimes the best answer is not yet. Not never. Just not yet. There is a big difference. I can never have this can make you feel sad, but I can wait for this gives you control. Maybe you want a new phone. You can wait. Maybe you want new clothes. You can wait. Maybe you want to make a big change in your life. You can prepare. You can learn. You can wait for the right time. Waiting does not always mean stopping. You can move while you wait. You can learn while you wait. You can save while you wait. You can grow while you wait. That is active patience. You are not sitting and doing nothing. You are getting ready. Think about learning English. Maybe you have studied for 1 month. You still cannot understand everything. Maybe you feel sad. You think, why am I still slow? But 1 month is a short time. Your mind is still learning. Your ears are still learning. Every time you listen, you are building something. You may not see it today, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Imagine 2 English learners. The first learner studies very hard for 1 week, 3 hours every day. After 1 week, he feels tired. He still cannot speak English well. So he says, this does not work. Then he stops. The second learner studies for 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. The next day, she comes back. Then the next day. And the next. After 1 week, she is not very different. After 1 month, the change is still small. But she keeps going. After 1 year, she can understand more. She can speak more. She feels more comfortable with English. Was she smarter? Maybe not. Did she have more time? Maybe not. She simply understood something important. Good things take time. This lesson is true for English. It is true for money. It is true for work. It is true for life. Many people stop because they cannot see fast change. They start something new. They try for a few days. Then they look around. Where is the result? Why is nothing changing? Why am I not better? Then they stop. But maybe they stopped too early. Maybe the change was coming. Maybe they only needed more time. This is why patience can be so powerful. Patience helps you stay when other people leave. Patience helps you continue when the result is still small. Patience helps you remember why you started. Think about a long trip. You get into a car. You drive for 10 minutes. Then you say, I am not there yet. Of course not. The trip takes time. So you keep driving. You do not go home because the trip is not finished after 10 minutes. But many people do this with their dreams. They start. They wait a little. Then they stop. Do not ask for a big result too quickly. Give yourself time. Give your work time. Give your new habits time. Maybe you started saving money. The number is still small. Keep going. Maybe you started learning English. You still make mistakes. Keep learning. Maybe you started something new. Nobody's watching yet. Keep working. Not forever without thinking. Not forever without changing. You should still look at what you are doing. You should still learn from your mistakes. You should still make better choices. But do not stop only because success is slow. Slow does not always mean bad. Slow can be strong. Slow can be careful. Slow can give you time to learn. There is something else we should remember. Waiting is easier when you know what you are waiting for. If you have no reason, waiting feels empty. But if you have a goal, waiting feels different. Maybe you are saving money for your future. Now saying no to one small thing has meaning. Maybe you are learning English for a better job. Now 20 minutes of listening has meaning. Maybe you are working on a dream. Now one quiet hour of work has meaning. A clear reason can make patience stronger. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Do not ask only once. Ask again when things become hard. Ask again when you feel tired. Ask again when you want to stop. Your reason can help you continue. Rich people are not always the smartest people. They are not always the luckiest people. But many successful people understand the power of time. They know one good choice is not enough. They know one good day is not enough. They know 1 month is not enough for every dream. So they keep learning. They keep thinking. They keep making careful choices. And they give those choices time to grow. Maybe this is one of the most important habits you can learn. Do not ask, how can I become rich quickly? Ask, what good habit can I keep for many years? Do not ask, how can I change my life this week? Ask, what can I start today and continue tomorrow? These questions are slower, but they may lead to better answers. You do not need everything now. You do not need to win today. You do not need to see the final result. You only need to know where you are going. Then make one good choice and give it time. Because time can do something very powerful. A small habit and a long time can create a big change. But this brings us to another important idea. We spend a lot of time thinking about money. How to make it. How to save it. How to spend it. But there is something in your life that may be even more important than money. You can lose money and make more. But when 1 hour is gone, you can never get that same hour back. So maybe the most important thing rich people learn to use well is not money. Maybe it is time. Let us think about that next. Time is something we all have. Rich people have time. Poor people have time. Young people have time. Old people have time. Every day we all get 24 hours. No one gets 25. No one gets 30. We all get the same number of hours. But we do not all use them in the same way. This is important. Money is valuable. But time may be even more valuable. If you lose $10, you can make $10 again. If you lose $100, you can make $100 again. It may not be easy. It may take time. But it is possible. Time is different. When 1 hour is gone, it is gone. You cannot buy it back. You cannot find it tomorrow. You cannot ask life to give it back to you. That hour is finished. This does not mean you need to work every minute. It does not mean you should never rest. Rest is important. Fun is important. Time with family is important. A quiet day can be important too. Using time well does not mean being busy all day. It means knowing what is important to you. then giving your time to those things. Think about 1 hour. 1 hour may not feel very important. You may watch videos. You may look at your phone. You may sit and do nothing. And sometimes that is okay. We all need time to rest. But imagine two people. Both people have one free hour every evening. The first person comes home from work. He feels tired. He sits down. He takes out his phone. He watches one video, then another, then another. 1 hour passes. Sometimes 2 hours pass. Then he looks at the time. He says, "I have no time." The second person also comes home tired. She also wants to rest. So she rests for a while. Then she uses 20 minutes to learn something. Maybe she reads. Maybe she listens to English. Maybe she learns something for her work. After 20 minutes, she stops. She enjoys the rest of her evening. The difference does not look very big. Only 20 minutes. Tomorrow, they do the same thing again. Then the next day. Then the next week. After 1 month, the difference is still not very big. But after 1 year, something has changed. The first person is still saying, "I have no time." The second person has learned many new things. She did not study all day. She did not stop enjoying her life. She only used a small part of her time in a different way. This is the power of time. Small amounts of time can become very big. 20 minutes today is small. 20 minutes every day is different. Think about learning English. Maybe you are busy. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you have many things to do. You cannot study for 3 hours every day. That is okay. Can you listen for 10 minutes? Can you learn one new word? Can you read one short page? Maybe you can. The question is not always, how much time do I have? Sometimes a better question is, how do I use the time I have? This question can change many things. Many people wait for more time. I will start when work is not so busy. I will start next month. I will start when life becomes easier. But life does not always become easier. There is always something to do. There is always another problem. There is always another busy day. So do not wait for a perfect day. Look at the day you have. Can you find 10 minutes? Can you find 20 minutes? Start there. Rich habits are often about using small things well. Small amounts of money. Small amounts of time. Small chances to learn. Other people may not see these small things, but over time, they can create very different lives. Think about 2 empty boxes. Every day, you put one small thing into the first box. You put nothing into the second box. After 1 day, there is almost no difference. After 1 week, the difference is still small. But after 1 year, one box is full. The other box is empty. Your time can work like that. Every day, you can put something into your future. A little learning. A little work. A little saving. A little care for your health. A little time with people you love. These things may look small today, but your life is made of days, and your days are made of hours. How you use those hours matters. There is another mistake many people make. They believe being busy means using time well, but that is not always true. You can be busy all day and do nothing important. You can answer many messages. You can move from one thing to another. You can feel tired at the end of the day. But what did you really do? Being busy and moving forward are not always the same thing. Sometimes doing less is better. Choose one important thing. Give it your time. Finish it. Then move to the next thing. Simple. Clear. One thing at a time. Imagine you have 5 things to do. You start the first thing. Then your phone makes a sound. You look at it. Then you remember something else. You start another thing. Then you get a message. You answer it. 1 hour later, you are tired. But nothing is finished. Now imagine something different. You choose one thing. You put your phone away. You work for 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. You finish. Now you can move to the next thing. Which way feels better? Which way helps you move forward? Your attention is part of your time. Where your attention goes, your time often follows. This is why small distractions can become big problems. 1 minute on your phone is small, but 1 minute can become 10. 10 minutes can become 30. 30 minutes can become 1 hour. Again, this does not mean phones are bad. It does not mean watching videos is bad. It does not mean you should work all the time. The lesson is simple. Choose how you use your time. Do not let everything else choose for you. You can say, "Now I will rest," then rest. You can say, "Now I will learn," then learn. You can say, "Now I will spend time with my family," then be with them. Give your attention to the moment you are in. That is also a rich habit. Some people have a lot of money but no time. They are always working. They are always running. They are always worried. Can we really call that a rich life? Maybe money is only one part of being rich. Maybe a rich life also has time. Time to rest. Time to learn. Time to think. Time to be with people you love. Time to enjoy a quiet morning. Time to take care of yourself. This is why the goal is not to fill every hour with work. The goal is to use your time with care. Think about what matters to you. Your family, your health, your dream, your future, your learning. Are you giving time to these things? You do not need to give them your whole day. Start small. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. 1 quiet hour. Use it well. Then come back tomorrow. There is something powerful about doing a small thing every day. You do not feel a big change today, but time is working with you. Every day you are adding something. Every day you are building something. Every day you are becoming someone. The question is, what are you building? Maybe you are building your English. Maybe you are building a new skill. Maybe you are building better health. Maybe you are building a better future. Whatever it is, give it some time. Not all your time, just some, and protect that time. This can be difficult. Other things will ask for your attention. Your phone will ask. Other people will ask. Small problems will ask. Sometimes you need to say no. Not because you are unkind. Not because other things do not matter. But because your time matters too. Every yes uses some of your time. So choose your yes carefully. You do not have to do everything. You do not have to go everywhere. You do not have to answer everything right away. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stop, think, then choose. This is similar to what we learned about money. Before you spend money, stop and think. Before you spend your time, stop and think. Is this important to me? Will this help my life? Do I really want to give my time to this? These questions can help, because time and money have something in common. You can spend both. You can waste both. You can use both to build something better. But there is one big difference. You can make more money. You cannot make more time. So take care of your time. You do not need to be perfect. Some days you will use your time well. Some days you will not. That is normal. Do not feel bad about one slow day. Do not worry about one lazy afternoon. Life is not a machine. You are a person. You need rest. You need fun. You need quiet time. Just remember to come back. Come back to what matters. Come back to your goals. Come back to the things you want to build. One good hour can start something. One good habit can keep it going. And many good days can change a life. Maybe this is why time is one of the greatest things you have. You can use it to make money. You can use it to help people. You can use it to care for your health. You can use it to build better relationships. And you can use it to learn. Learning is important because the world changes. Jobs change. People change. Life changes. The things you know today may not be enough tomorrow. But you can keep learning. You can keep asking questions. You can keep growing. And maybe this is another habit that can change not only how much money you have, but also the kind of person you become. So what do rich people keep doing even after they become successful? Why do many successful people continue to read, listen, ask questions, and learn new things? Maybe it is because they understand something simple. The more you learn, the more choices you can see. And the more choices you can see, the more ways you can move forward. Let us think about that next. Learning does not end when school ends. This is something many people forget. When we are young, learning is part of life. We go to school. We read books. We listen to teachers. We ask questions. We make mistakes. Then we learn again. But as we get older, something can change. We start working. We become busy. We have many things to do. And sometimes we stop learning. We say, I already know enough. We say, I am too busy. We say, I am too old to learn something new. But the world does not stop changing. New jobs appear. New ideas appear. New ways of doing things appear. And if the world keeps changing, maybe we should keep learning too. This does not mean you need to go back to school. It does not mean you need to study all day. Learning can be simple. You can read one page. You can listen to one lesson. You can ask one question. You can learn from one mistake. You can talk to someone who knows something you do not know. There are many ways to learn. The important thing is to stay open. Imagine two people. Both people have worked at the same job for 10 years. The first person says, I know my job. He does the same thing every day. He does not ask questions. He does not try new things. When someone shows him a new way, he says, the old way is better. The second person also knows her job well, but she stays curious. She asks, is there a better way? She listens to new ideas. She learns from younger people. She learns from older people. She tries new things. Sometimes the new way does not work. That is okay. She learns from that too. After 5 more years, the two people are very different. The first person knows almost the same things he knew before. The second person has learned many new things. She can see more choices. She can solve more problems. She can help more people. And maybe she can find new ways to make money too. What made the difference? It was not one big lesson. It was not one special book. It was not one perfect teacher. The difference was simple. One person stopped learning. The other person did not. This is an important habit. Keep learning, even when you think you know enough. Keep asking. even when you think you know the answer. Keep listening, even when the other person is younger than you. You never know where a good lesson will come from. Sometimes a child can teach you something. Sometimes a mistake can teach you something. Sometimes a difficult day can teach you something. Sometimes a person you do not like can teach you something. Life is full of teachers, but you need to be ready to learn. There is something else that can stop people from learning. Fear. Some people are afraid to say, "I do not know." They think those words make them look weak. So they stay quiet. They do not ask. They do not learn. But saying, "I do not know," can be the beginning of something good. If you know that you do not know, you can ask. If you ask, you can learn. If you learn, you can grow. There is no shame in not knowing something. No one knows everything. The smartest person in the room does not know everything. The richest person in the world does not know everything. Every person has something to learn. So do not be afraid of these words. I do not know. Then add one more word. Yet. I do not know yet. That one word changes the feeling. Yet means there is more time. Yet means you can learn. Yet means the door is still open. Maybe you do not know how to save money well yet. You can learn. Maybe you do not know how to speak English well yet. You can learn. Maybe you do not know how to start a business yet. You can learn. Maybe you do not know what you want to do with your life yet. You can keep looking. You can keep asking. You can keep learning. You do not need every answer today. You only need to stay open. Think about mistakes. Many people hate making mistakes. They feel bad. They feel afraid. They want to hide what happened. But mistakes can be very good teachers. Imagine you spend money on something you do not need. Later you feel bad. You can do two things. You can say, "I am terrible with money." Then you can feel bad for the rest of the day. Or you can ask, "Why did I buy it?" Maybe you were tired. Maybe you were sad. Maybe you wanted to feel better. Maybe you saw other people buying it. Now you have learned something. The mistake is not only a mistake anymore. It is a lesson. You can use that lesson next time. This is what learning looks like in real life. It is not always sitting with a book. Sometimes learning is looking at your own choices. Sometimes learning is asking, "What happened?" Sometimes learning is asking, "What can I do better next time?" These questions can help you grow. Rich habits are not about never making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. People lose money. People make bad choices. People trust the wrong person. People start things that do not work. People fail. The important question is not, "Did you make a mistake?" The important question is, "What did you learn?" Two people can make the same mistake. One person becomes angry. He blames other people. He says, "It is not my problem." Then he makes the same mistake again. The second person stops. She thinks. She asks, "What can I learn from this?" Next time, she makes a different choice. The mistake was the same, but the lesson was different. One person lost something. The other person gained knowledge. This is why your way of thinking matters. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can choose what you learn from it. Maybe today was difficult. What did it teach you? Maybe this year did not go the way you wanted. What did you learn? Maybe you tried something and failed. What do you know now that you did not know before? Do not waste your mistakes. Learn from them. Let them make you wiser. There is another reason learning matters. Learning helps you see choices. Imagine you know only one way to make money. If that way stops working, you may feel afraid. But imagine you have learned many things. You know how to do different kinds of work. You know how to talk to people. You know how to solve problems. You know how to use new tools. Now you may have more choices. Learning can open doors. Sometimes you do not even know the door is there until you learn something new. This is why successful people often keep learning. They understand that money can come and go. Jobs can change. The world can change. But what you learn can stay with you. A new skill can help you for many years. A good idea can change the way you work. One lesson can help you avoid a big mistake. One question can lead you in a new direction. Never think one small lesson is useless. You do not know when you will need it. Think about English. Maybe you learned one word last year. At the time, it did not feel important. Then one day, you heard that word in a conversation. You understood it. That small lesson came back to help you. Learning can be like that. You collect small things. One word. One idea. One lesson. One skill. At first, they may not look connected. But over time, they can come together. And suddenly you can do something you could not do before. You can understand something you could not understand before. You can see a chance you could not see before. This is why you should not only ask, "How can I make more money?" Ask, "What can I learn?" Do not only ask, "How can I become successful?" Ask, "What do I need to understand?" Do not only ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask, "What can this teach me?" Better questions can lead to better lessons, and better lessons can lead to better choices. You do not need to read 100 books this year. You do not need to learn 10 new skills. You do not need to know everything. Keep it simple. Learn one useful thing, then use it. Ask one good question, then listen to the answer. Make one mistake, then learn from it. Come back tomorrow. Learn something else. This is how knowledge grows. Quietly, slowly, one lesson at a time. And remember, learning is not a race. Do not compare yourself to someone who knows more. Maybe they started before you. Maybe they had different chances. Maybe they walked a different road. That is okay. Look at yourself. What do you know today that you did not know 1 year ago? What can you do now that you could not do before? That is your growth. Be proud of it. Then keep going. There will always be more to learn. That is not a bad thing. It makes life interesting. There is always another question, another idea, another lesson, another door. And every time you learn something new, your world can become a little bigger. You may see more choices. You may find better answers. You may make better decisions. And over many years, those small lessons can become something very valuable. Maybe this is one of the biggest differences between people who keep growing and people who stay in the same place. One person believes learning is finished. The other person believes there is always something more to learn. One person says, "I know enough." The other person asks, "What can I learn today?" And day by day, year by year, the difference grows. But learning alone is not enough. You can know many things and still make poor choices. You can read many books and still do nothing. At some point, you need to use what you learn. And to use it well, you need to think about more than today. You need to think about where your choices may take you tomorrow. Because every choice has a direction. Every habit is taking you somewhere. And the life you have in the future may be built by the small things you are doing right now. So how do rich people think about tomorrow? And how can you enjoy today while still building a better future? Let us think about that next. Tomorrow can feel very far away. We know it is coming, but we cannot see it. So it is easy to think only about today. What do I want today? What can I buy today? What can I enjoy today? There is nothing wrong with enjoying today. Today is important. Your life is happening now. You should enjoy good food. You should spend time with people you love. You should laugh. You should rest. You should enjoy the life you have. But there is something else to remember. Tomorrow is coming too. And one day tomorrow will become today. This is why your future matters. Thinking about tomorrow does not mean you should be afraid of the future. It does not mean you should worry all day. It does not mean you should save every coin and never enjoy your life. It simply means you remember that your choices have a future. What you do today can help you tomorrow, or it can make tomorrow more difficult. Think about two people. Both people get some extra money. The first person feels excited. He thinks, what can I buy? He finds something he likes. He buys it. He enjoys it for a few days. Then life goes back to normal. The second person also feels excited. She enjoys some of the money. Then she keeps some. She asks, what can this money do for me later? Maybe she saves it. Maybe she uses it to learn something new. Maybe she keeps it for a difficult day. Both people enjoyed today, but one person also thought about tomorrow. This is an important difference. You do not need to choose between today and tomorrow. You can care for both. Enjoy some today. Keep some for tomorrow. Rest today. Learn a little for tomorrow. Live today. Prepare a little for tomorrow. Balance matters. Many people think about the future only when there is a problem. They lose a job. Then they think about saving money. They become very busy. Then they think about using time better. The world changes. Then they think about learning new things. But you do not always need to wait for a problem. You can prepare before the problem comes. You can save before you need the money. You can learn before you need the skill. You can take care of your health before you become sick. You can give time to people you love before life becomes too busy. This is not fear. This is care. You are caring for the person you will become. Think about yourself 5 years from now. That person is still you. Maybe you will look different. Maybe your life will be different. Maybe you will live in a different place. Maybe you will have a different job. But that future person will live with many of the choices you make today. What do you want to give that person? More worry? More problems? Or more choices? Maybe you can give your future self a little money. Maybe you can give your future self better health. Maybe you can give your future self better English. Maybe you can give your future self a useful skill. You do not need to give everything. Just give something. A little every day. Imagine your future self could talk to you. What would that person say? Maybe they would say, "Thank you for starting. Thank you for saving a little. Thank you for learning. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for thinking about me." This can be a powerful way to look at your choices. Before you spend all your money, think about your future self. Before you waste the whole evening, think about your future self. Before you say, "I will learn later," think about your future self. Not to make yourself feel bad. Not to make life heavy. Only to remember that today and tomorrow are connected. There are two people. Both people want to learn English. The first person says, "I will start when I need English." Maybe one day a good job appears. The job needs English. Now he wants to learn quickly. But learning takes time. The second person does not need English today, but she thinks it may help her future. So she listens for 20 minutes. She learns a few words. She does this again tomorrow. Then again. 1 year later, the same job appears. Now she is ready to try. She did not know that chance was coming. She simply prepared. This is something important about the future. You do not know what chance will come. You do not know what problem will come. You do not know how life will change. But good habits can help you get ready. Saving can give you choices. Learning can give you choices. Taking care of your health can give you choices. Using your time well can give you choices. And choices are valuable. Maybe this is another way to think about being rich. Being rich is not only having more things, it is also having more choices. The choice to leave a bad job. The choice to learn something new. The choice to help someone you love. The choice to rest when you need rest. The choice to say no. The choice to say yes. Money can help give you choices. Time can help give you choices. Knowledge can help give you choices. Good habits can help give you choices. This is why the small things we talked about matter. Saving a little matters. Waiting matters. Using your time well matters. Learning matters. Thinking about tomorrow matters. These things are connected. They work together. One good habit can help another good habit. When you wait before buying something, you may save money. When you save money, you may have more choices later. When you use your time to learn, you may find better chances. When you find better chances, your life may begin to change. Not in one day. Not with one big secret, but through many small choices. This is something many people forget when they think about rich people. They look for the secret. They look for one big idea. They look for a fast answer. But maybe the answer is much simpler. Care for what you have. Think before you spend. Learn how to wait. Use your time well. Keep learning. Remember tomorrow. Simple ideas. Simple habits. But simple does not always mean easy. Knowing what to do is one thing. Doing it is another. You may know that saving is good. But saving can still be hard. You may know that learning is important. But you may still feel tired. You may know that time matters. But you may still spend too much time on things that do not help you. That is normal. You are human. You will not make the best choice every day. Some days you will spend too much. Some days you will waste time. Some days you will not learn anything new. Some days you will forget about tomorrow. Do not give up because of one bad day. One bad choice does not need to become a bad week. One bad week does not need to become a bad year. Come back. Start again. Make one better choice. That is enough. The goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to become a little better at choosing. A little better at waiting. A little better at learning. A little better at thinking about what comes next. Over time, a little better can become very different. Think about where you were 5 years ago. Maybe you knew less. Maybe you had different problems. Maybe you made different choices. You have already changed. You are still changing. And the choices you make now are part of that change. So do not be afraid of the future. You do not need to know everything that will happen. You do not need a perfect plan. You do not need to see the next 10 years. You only need to ask one simple question. What can I do today that may help me tomorrow? Maybe the answer is save a little. Maybe the answer is learn something. Maybe the answer is rest. Maybe the answer is call someone you love. Maybe the answer is take care of your health. Maybe the answer is stop doing something that is hurting your life. Your answer may be different from someone else's answer. That is okay. This is your life. This is your future. Take care of both. Enjoy today. Prepare for tomorrow. And remember that you do not need to make one big change. One good choice is enough to begin. Then make another, and another. Over time, those choices can become habits. Those habits can change your days. Your days can change your years, and your years can change your life. We started this story by talking about rich people. Maybe you thought we would talk about big houses, expensive cars, successful businesses, or making a lot of money. But now we can see something deeper. Rich habits can begin long before a person becomes rich. They begin with the way you think, the way you choose, the way you use what you already have. And the good news is simple. You do not need to wait to start. You do not need more money to start thinking differently. You do not need more time to start using 10 minutes well. You do not need to know everything to learn one new thing. You do not need to see the whole future to make one good choice today. You can begin now, right where you are, with what you have. And maybe that is the most important lesson of all. Because the first step toward a better future does not begin tomorrow. It begins today. Let us talk about that one last time. You do not need to be rich to start building rich habits. You can start today. You can start with what you have. Maybe you do not have much money. That is okay. Maybe you do not have much free time. That is okay too. Maybe you made many mistakes in the past. You can still begin again. A better future does not ask you to be perfect. It only asks you to make one better choice. Then another. Then another. Think about everything we talked about today. We talked about money. We talked about waiting. We talked about time. We talked about learning. And we talked about tomorrow. At first, these things may look different, but they are all connected. The way you use your money matters. The way you use your time matters. The things you choose to learn matter. The things you are willing to wait for matter. And the choices you make today matter. Maybe no one will see your first good choice. Maybe no one will see you save a little money. Maybe no one will see you turn off your phone and spend 20 minutes learning. Maybe no one will see you walk away from something you do not need. Maybe no one will say, "Good job." That is okay. Good habits do not need an audience. They only need you to come back. Again, and again, and again. There will be days when you make good choices. There will also be days when you do not. Some days you will save money. Some days you will spend too much. Some days you will use your time well. Some days you will waste it. Some days you will learn something new. Some days you will feel too tired. That is life. Do not stop because you had one bad day. Do not throw away a good habit because you made one mistake. Come back tomorrow. Try again. Make one better choice. You do not need to change everything. You only need to continue. Maybe this is one of the biggest lessons we can learn from successful people. They are not perfect. They make mistakes. They have bad days. They make wrong choices. But they learn. They change. And they keep going. When something does not work, they ask why. When they make a mistake, they look for the lesson. When they do not know something, they ask questions. When good results take time, they learn to wait. These habits may look simple, and they are simple, but simple habits can be difficult to follow every day. That is why you should start small. Do not say, "Tomorrow I will change my whole life." That is a very heavy promise. Say, "Tomorrow I will make one better choice." That is possible. Maybe you will wait before buying something. Maybe you will save a small amount of money. Maybe you will spend 20 minutes learning. Maybe you will ask one good question. Maybe you will think about your future before making a choice. One thing. Only one. Then tomorrow try again. You may not feel different after one day. You may not see a big change after 1 week. That is okay. Remember what we learned. Good things take time. You are not looking for one perfect day. You are building a way of living, a way of thinking, a way of choosing. And that takes time. Maybe 1 year from now you will look back at today. Maybe your life will be very different. Maybe it will only be a little different. But if you keep making better choices, something will change. Maybe you will have more money saved. Maybe you will know more English. Maybe you will have a new skill. Maybe you will understand yourself better. Maybe you will have more choices. And maybe you will remember one small decision that started it all. The decision to begin. That is why today matters. Not because today needs to be perfect. Not because today will change everything. Today matters because you can start something. You can start a habit. You can start learning. You can start saving. You can start thinking differently. You can start asking better questions. And every new beginning gives your future a new direction. We often look at rich people and ask, what do they have? Maybe we should ask a different question. What do they do again and again? Do they think before they spend? Do they know how to wait? Do they use their time with care? Do they keep learning? Do they think about tomorrow? These questions may teach us more than looking at a big house or an expensive car. Because things do not always tell us how a person lives. Habits do. Choices do. The way a person uses time does. The way a person learns from mistakes does. The way a person thinks about the future does. And these are things you can begin to change. Today. Right now. You do not need to copy someone else's life. You do not need to become a different person. You do not need to want a big house. You do not need to want an expensive car. Being rich can mean different things to different people. Maybe being rich means having enough money to live without fear. Maybe it means having time with your family. Maybe it means doing work you enjoy. Maybe it means being able to help other people. Maybe it means having more choices. You can decide what a rich life means to you. That is an important question. Because if you do not know what you want, you may spend your whole life running after things you do not need. So ask yourself, what is enough for me? What kind of life do I want? What is really important? Do not hurry to answer. Take your time. Your answer may change as you grow. That is okay. But keep asking. Money is a tool. Time is a gift. Learning is a choice. Patience is a strength. And your future is something you build little by little. You will not always make the right choice. No one does. You will not always know what to do. No one does. But you can stop. You can think. You can learn. And you can try again. Maybe that is where real change begins. Not with having more, but with using what you have a little better. Not with knowing everything, but with being ready to learn. Not with changing your whole life, but with changing one choice. We began with Jack and Sam. They had similar jobs. They made almost the same money. But they made different choices. At first, the difference was small. Very small. But time can make small differences bigger. The same is true for you. One choice today may feel small. 1 hour may feel small. One lesson may feel small. $1 may feel small. But do not only look at today. Think about what can happen when you come back tomorrow. Then the next day. Then the next year. You do not need a secret. You do not need magic. You do not need to become successful overnight. Care for what you have. Think before you spend. Learn how to wait. Use your time with care. Keep learning. Remember tomorrow. And start today. That is enough. Maybe you will become rich one day. Maybe you will not. But if you learn these habits, you may build something even more important. A life with less worry. A life with more choices. A life with more knowledge. A life with more time for what matters. A life that feels rich to you. And maybe that is the kind of wealth that matters most. Thank you for spending this time with English Owl. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. And thank you for taking one more small step today. Take good care of yourself. Keep learning. Keep growing. Remember, small steps can change your life. I'll see you in the next story.